Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and... Sure, they limit that return. So the USC Trojans offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. These guys played a terrific game a year ago, final Saturday of the regular season. Close through halftime, tied at 14, but the Fighting Irish showed why they were bound for the national championship game and took home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat in capturing the shillelagh in the second half.
They took the shillelagh. Yeah, it was 14-14 at half. It was a really good football game, and then Notre Dame's defense just takes over. They scored 14 points, 100-yard interception return, 99-yard interception return. This kind of punched their ticket, Jesse, for the college football playoffs.
And it was Notre Dame being Notre Dame. You mentioned their defense. They also ran the ball extremely well. Jadarian Price, Jeremiah Love, both had huge games on the ground, so able to control the football. You know, that's going to be a big key for Marcus Freeman's squad in this one, with a jeweled shillelagh up for grabs.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying with the football?
Dropping back, it's Mayama. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Using his legs, it's Love. Slithers into space. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Leaves it with the running back. Got the 1st down and more. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Offense getting set for 1st down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Carr. He turns that loose down the right side. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it.
Got room on the return. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Finding open areas. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly. At the 35, he's loose. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Leaves it with the back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times, as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they are having none of it.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big fella, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Lofts one high and deep. Snatches it on the run. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be on it.
It's a running room. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. From the gun, running back gets to give. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off his guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. Pushes toward the goal line. Back's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Quickly complete. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right, we could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Using his legs, it's Jordan. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Looking for a man, it's Carr. Throws for the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job at his decision-making.
The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Lemon. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The volley cheers going on high. And here comes the thunder being
play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. Across the 25, he's got room. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 and the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Flies it out of the air. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Pulls it in, it's Fields.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Turns it loose deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is made at the 15. Line, and that's where they'll start this drive. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking downfield, it's Carr. On target. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's loose. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They take the lead with the 6. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
With the catch, it's Jordan. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Might be changing the route. They'll move the wide receiver. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Picks up the first down. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Sanders. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They're going to run it. Across the 45. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Creates a little space. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They weren't able to move it on their last possession. Ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Carr. Rushes on him. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
All alone as he catches it. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Fires to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The give as they work on that clock. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is ready to give them a first down.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Quarterback making adjustments. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. On the run, it's Love. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Between the uprights, it's good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Well, that's a huge kick right there, because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big manner.
After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home the coveted weapon of Gaelic combat, the jeweled shillelagh. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.